the Tesla Magic Dock. How exciting is this? My name is Merch Batista, and this is Charging the Road. All right, so if you guys aren't aware right now, a while back, Tesla has implemented the Magic Dock. Basically, it's a device like an adapter that is encased, retrofitted and encased into their Tesla Superchargers that has a CCS adapter into it. Now they've actually started rolling out to more locations. It looks like because initially they had just only 11 locations, about 9 in New York and 2 in California. But lately, as of recently, they have been expanding to different states and different locations. And so they've been popping up everywhere now, which is great. And so I'm actually heading to Schenectady, New York for the Drive Electric Week. And along my route, my Sync 4 navigation has actually made this into a stop, which I think was amazing. So I was a little blown away to see that the Tesla Supercharger Magic Dock was actually on the route planner, which is amazing. So here's my overall thoughts. First of all, I think it's fantastic that CCS vehicles with the Magic Dock. So basically, the adapter is actually in here, right? And so the amazing part is that any CCS, I wouldn't say any CCS, but most CCS compatible vehicles will be able to use the Magic Dock and be able to charge it. Now I got my vehicle, I got my Mach-E charged up using the app with the Tesla app, and it worked very, very seamless. Very, very good. Now, how do you activate it? Well, first and foremost, you would have to download the Tesla app. The Tesla app actually has a menu where you can just actually click for charging with non-Tesla vehicles. Follow the prompt, follow your location, and then you also got to look for your stall number. For example, the stall number here is 3C. So I look for 3C, hit it, and then choose my payment information. By the way, before you go into a Tesla charging spot, make sure you have your billing information set up, correctly done, before you can begin activating. So basically, like the process here for getting the Tesla activated into your CCS vehicle is pretty much the same way as Electrify America. You go into your app, you find your location, you find your stall number, you click to activate, and then you're good to go. Now the instructions though, to get your CCS adapter from your Tesla, what you gotta do as soon as you get the billing information and it gives you the option to unlock the charger, what you do, once you hit the unlock charger button on your app, you're gonna hear like a click. And then once you hear the click, you're gonna push in and then pull out, because the push in will help lock in the CCS adapter and then pull out the CCS adapter and then connect here, which freaking awesome, which is great. So here's a couple of caveats though. While this is awesome, this is great, that it gives us a lot more options to charge on our road trips, especially the road trip I'm going through from Chicago to New York State. Not everything is rainbows and roses. So here's the unfortunate thing. My charger plug is in the front driver's side, just passing the wheel, between the wheel and the door, which means the location of the port is not exactly user-friendly to Tesla, which means, guess what? I'm actually blocking that charging spot. And I personally don't like to be unethical for stuff like this, for like charging, for like the charging infrastructure and so forth. You know what I mean. I don't want to be unethical, but this is like the only way I was able to charge, unless of course, all the way at the end, I could probably park sideways and I could have done that, but a Tesla was actually charging there when I first arrived. But luckily, I think like, as long as the Tesla supercharging site is not busy, I think it'd be okay to just, go ahead and block a spot just so you can charge your vehicle. Now, here's the other thing too. You'll notice this cable, the Tesla cables, are very short in my opinion. Not that short, easy to maneuver because they're lighter, but also difficult because they're shorter, which means I had to get my car pretty close. I could have gone a little more closer, but this was enough for me to reach the plug. And also, like, really like the handle and the adapter, they're actually lightweight, which I was a little surprised by it. But that's really like the two downsides here, is that the cables are short, and the way the superchargers are positioned too, because these are all retrofitted, these are all made specifically for Tesla vehicles, because they're Tesla plugs. You can see over there, they're in the driver rear side right by the tail lights. And so a couple other things you should be aware of too. Not all CCS vehicles are going to be able to work with the Magic Dock. From what I hear, the Hyundai Ioniq 5, Ioniq 6, I think, the Kia EV6, and even the Lucid Air are not going to be able to work properly with the Magic Dock because of their because of the overall architecture for the having the batteries are like 800 volts. Supposedly they're not going to work. I don't have much more information, but there's definitely other YouTube channels that will have more information on that. But all I know is that vehicles like my Mach-E, the F-150 Lightning, will work with the Tesla CCS plug. And here's the other thing too I was a little surprised about. When I was planning my route planner to get to New York, it actually did include the Tesla Supercharger Magic Dock. And so when I arrived here, the voice prompt did say Tesla Magic Dock Station, and I was kind of blown away by that. It was just really, really exciting. And you know why I'm excited? Because this gives us more access, more stations across North America, which means also too, like, if there was like an EA station like nearby, and 2 out of the 4 stations were down, and then they were both taken up, and then the remaining ones were taken up, and then these were free, that gives me another option, which is amazing. It's like gas stations. You have 3 gas stations in the same, literally you have three gas stations in the same intersection. So why can't we have more options for charging? But again, this is 2023. I imagine in 2028 we'll have a lot more charging stations by then. But until then, this is a really great solution here. Now, what you guys may be aware already, I already put out a video about this, but Tesla has opened up their network. No, I'm sorry. They opened up their network and their technologies to other automakers and EV charging manufacturers to their technology. If I'm rambling here, I'm so sorry. I'm a little excited. I'm also a little bit out of breath. But they open up their technology, so now so obviously the Tesla the plug is now known as the NACS, North American Charging Standard. So basically Ford, GM, and other automakers have elected to be using the Tesla plugs now. So starting 2025, the vehicles will now have the Tesla plug integrated into them. And starting 2024, existing vehicle owners will receive an adapter from CCS to NACS, so they can use in Tesla supercharging plugs, Tesla superchargers, but only version 3s and up. So that's something you have to be aware of. But the fact that the Magic Dock is expanding all over the country, I think that's awesome. So I'm just waiting for the day that there's going to be a Magic Dock in my hometown of the city of Chicago. So crossing fingers. So I know this is going to be a little bit more of a short video, but I'm actually quite excited about the Magic Dock. What are you guys thinking about the Tesla Magic Dock? Are you guys nearby it? Do you guys want to try it out? If you have a CCS vehicle, you want to try it out, by all means. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. If you like the video, which I hope you do, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more EV content and road trip vlogs. Until then, guys, have a good one and stay smashing.